Good evening, everyone. My name is Teresa Gosh, and I am Superstar Director of the Dream Empire. And I'm also here with Wendy Newgas. Yay, say hi, Wendy. Okay, so we are coming together tonight to take everyone to the club. We want to go out tonight, and we want to take you with us. We actually have been traveling, it seems like forever, and I think a few of us have more travels to go. I think all of us should be going to Scentsy Family Reunion. And Charlotte, if you are, raise your hand. Yay! Can't wait to see you guys there. So we were just at home office in Meridian, Idaho, and one of the key topics was Scentsy Club. We also talked about sponsoring. So those are two heavy items that we are all going to be leading, teaching, training on, and focusing on over the next several months throughout the year. And so one of the statistics that was shared to us at home office was subscriptions in general, even outside of Scentsy, are going to be growing and just multiplying over the next 4 years. And it's really amazing when we look at the comparison of Disney and Netflix. Netflix used to be in the running as far as, ratings, and Wall Street, I guess Wall Street Journal has its own rating, right? Wall Street does, not the Journal. And Netflix has since surpassed Disney. And the reason why is because with Disney, you can make a purchase, right? And we're talking about the franchise, the products. You can make a purchase. But with Netflix, you have recurring income, residual income that comes in month after month through this subscription. And so this is very important to us as a company because anything can happen. And I'm sure Lisa's going to go into that in just a moment here. And you can have the freedom that you want in your business with income still pouring in. You can get active. You can reach your leadership bonuses, everything with Scentsy Club and more. So without further ado, I want to just open up really quickly with a poll because I'm very curious to find out, everyone that's on here, who has Scentsy Club subscriptions. And I also want to know who doesn't. Your name, this is going to be completely anonymous, but this kind of gives us an idea of where we are. And maybe at the end of the year, we can all kind of come back together and see if this number shifts a bit. Okay, so let me go ahead and start the poll. All right, let's see. The poll has begun. Wow. Okay. All right, we're looking good. We're going to keep it up for just a few more seconds here.
Rocky.
Okay. We're going to stop at the 30-second mark because everyone's still plugging in their votes. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and end it here. So we have, write this number down, 86%. Well, 13. Okay, so we'll end the poll there, and I'm going to share the results. Okay, so here's our results. Everyone that's on this call, we have 87%. That's huge. That has Scentsy Club subscribers. So congratulations. There's no limit and there's no cap. And then we have 13% that does not have Scentsy Club subscribers, and we have more people that are pouring in. We want to make sure that this information reaches all of us that are on, so that way we can continue to grow our club. And then also we want to make sure that this information reaches everyone through the private link that does not have Scentsy Club subscribers, so that way they can learn how to do that. So now, without further ado, I do want to introduce Lisa Rowberry. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your schedule this evening to meet with all of us. And right now we have over 200 participants that are on live right now and counting because they're still pouring in. When we messaged you, Wendy and I were sitting right next to each other, and I was like, we've got to get in touch with her because there was nothing but praise from home office about you, your business, and your Scentsy Club. Someone's sharing a screen, and I'm not sure. Uh-oh.
I was like, oh no, did something happen?
Yeah, something happened.
I hope we don't have a hacker.
There we go.
It's gone. Okay. All right. I'll keep an eye on that. But anyway, thank you for on the spot just saying yes. That is Scentsy spirit, and we really appreciate you. The floor
Was it the photo we sent her maybe of us going?
Absolutely. Absolutely. No, thank you guys. Thank you so much. There's no bigger honor than to have you amazing people see value. Like I look up to you all so much. And then to have you see something in me, like that's just, it means the absolute world. Like I can't even put it into words. And the fact that there's 200 of you, no pressure, that see value in this too, and see value in your business, and want to take the time out of your day, you know, not necessarily away from your family, but you want to, you know, your time is so valuable. And I really, really appreciate it. So thank you so, so much. I'm so excited to share all of the things. I could probably talk your faces off for like 7 hours, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try to keep it to an hour. So thank you guys so, so much. I want to say that again. I'm going to say it probably 75 more times just because it really does mean the world to me. So Scentsy Club, you guys, I love Scentsy Club so dang much. And by the way, I normally will like keep an eye on the chat for like questions and stuff, but I don't know that I'm going to be able to necessarily keep up with it. So I'll try. But if you have questions, please feel free to reach out to me anytime. I'm an open book. I don't know all of the things, but I know what definitely works for me in my business. And that's what I'm here to share with you tonight. But please don't feel like there's any question too big or too small. I'm happy to help. And if I don't have the answer, I'm sure among 200 of us, we can probably find it, right? So, and I'm so, so happy that Teresa started off, because this is usually with like my Scentsy Club hangout chit chats. I like to open it up with asking, who has a Scentsy Club? So I'm really, really glad that you did. So thank you. That's the biggest thing, is that's how your friends and your customers and your audience is going to see value in this program, right? Is if you have a Scentsy Club yourself. Now, whether that means it's maybe a month down the line, 2 months down the line, what have you, when you can, find something about Scentsy Club. And maybe it's the fact that maybe you don't know a lot about it. Maybe you just joined yesterday. And if you did, welcome to the Scentsy family. We're so happy to have you here. Scentsy Club is a game changer. I promise you. We're going to talk numbers tonight. We're going to talk about how this can really change your business. I'm going to talk about my aha moment with Scentsy Club, that I think people don't necessarily realize how beneficial this can be to your business. So we're going to talk about all of that, but just a teeny tiny little bit about me. My name is Lisa Rowberry, and I am a star director with Scentsy. My journey started in 2014, and it didn't necessarily this does not look the way I thought it would. I simply just wanted to join to place my own orders and have my own set of testers. Like legit, that is it. Like, I did not think that this was going to be a business. I was a full-time registered dental assistant, and I thought sucking spit for a living was going to be where my life was going to take me. I found so much joy in that. Dentistry is really great, but I did not think that this was going to turn into a business for me. It took about 3 years. And I really started to see more value in this as a business. And I'm like, man, you can actually do something with this. Like, that's the beautiful thing about this, you guys. This opportunity can be as big or as little as you want it to be. And Scentsy Club is going to help you get to those places. I'm super happy to say that in 2019, I was able to start doing this full time. And then just last year, March of last year, both my husband and I are both doing this full time now. So we were able to retire him from his law enforcement career to do this full time. And let me tell you, he is one who loves Scentsy Club too. He will definitely be one to, like, when we start talking about Scentsy, he's like, do you have 5 minutes I can talk to you about Scentsy Club? Like, so he is absolutely, like, he's all on board with it too. So that's just a little bit about me. So I'm definitely a Scentsy lifer. We are lifers here. And this has been such a blessing to me and to our family. And Scentsy Club is really going to help bring your business to new heights and new levels. Because I can tell you, the goals that I have for myself today are not what they were several years ago. That's one of the main things that I encourage with this business, is always setting goals for yourself. One of my favorite quotes is, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. I love that quote because when I first joined Scentsy, I was like, oh, no. I am not that girl. Like, I am not the one who's earning the trips. I am not the one to make a good income. That I am not the one. And guess what? I wasn't the one. So it was when I started really like shifting my mindset, that's when things really did start to change. And I can tell you that when Scentsy Club was announced at Anaheim, SFR in Anaheim in 2018, I knew this was going to be a game changer. I knew it from the moment that they announced Always Get My Bar. I remember going back to our hotel room and immediately I'm texting my friends. I'm like, you are not going to believe this. Like, this is insane. Because me and my friends, we'd find out what was retiring and we would stock up by the truckload. And my camera is going blurry. What's happening? Okay, we're good. I'm like this is going to be a total game changer. And so immediately I started texting all of my friends. So no matter what, you guys have to be talking about Scentsy Club. And we are going to talk about numbers tonight. So what I want to say in going into that is keep in mind, we all start with 1 subscriber. Okay, so always know that. So don't just say, I saw someone say like, I only have 30 something subscribers and that's including me. Don't only, that's amazing. Like, that's really great. If you have 2 subscribers, and one of them is you, that's amazing, because guess what? It takes work. It takes work to talk, and you're going to get no's. It's just like asking your friends about the join opportunity. It's the same about asking people if they want to do a party. Go for the no, because that means you are having the conversations and you're talking about it. I love that we are doing this training hangout. I don't really like calling them trainings. I like calling them hangouts. But I love that we're doing this because right now for the current incentive, it is we're finding our focus on club. You guys, this is so amazing. And you guys can do this. We have just a little bit of time. We've got a few weeks, but you guys can totally do it if you have the conversations and we do some of the things that we are going to talk about tonight. You can absolutely do this. And I know the biggest struggle with this particular incentive is the fact that it needs to be over $50, right? It's like, oh, well, I can get people to sign up, but it's getting them past that $50 point, right? Yeah, trust me, it's work. It is work. So what I want you to focus on is not necessarily Scentsy, just getting people to sign up for Scentsy Club. We want to focus on the different perks and what people are really going to benefit from Scentsy Club. So yes, when they sign up and they have $30, they get 10% off, right? So immediately you're thinking about the people who love the whiff box, right? Immediately you're thinking about people who want to get the Always Get My Bar, right? Immediately you're thinking about those LTOs and things like that. What I want you to do is think beyond that and think about that half off. Once you get people to the $60 price point, this is all US pricing, by the way. I don't know if we have people in different regions, but US here. So once you get people to that $60 price point, they get a half off item. They still get the 10% off, but they also get a half off item. What I like to do in this particular case is really focus on the whiff box. And in terms of like offering that as the half price item, plus we've got bricks and stuff. We're going to talk about all the conversations and stuff and what those look like. But what I like to really show and showcase and kind of create this like sense of urgency with it is the fact that I'll tell my friends and my customers like, hey, if you host a party with me tomorrow and it's a $7,000 party, you should sign up for one, but even no matter how big your party is, I'm just saying that as like, I've never had a $7,000 party, but I'm just saying like, you can have the biggest party in the whole entire universe. You still can't get a whiff box at half price, but guess what? You can spend $60 through Scentsy Club and you can get it for half price. And the value of that is incredible. Has anybody seen this month's whiff box? It's absolutely insane. It's fantastic. And I kind of am advertising that whiff box like it's almost like a consultant perk because you're getting all of these like exclusive, like early access things, and you can get it for $15 and it's valued at like $41, $42. So that's amazing, right? You can't even host a party and get that for half price. No matter how many half prices you have, you can't get it for half price. So that's a really, I don't know, that's how I like to kind of really hone in that price point. And it really gets people thinking, and then they'll be like, oh, you know what? Yeah, you're right. Let's get that whiff box for half price. And then trust me, they will be able to find $60 worth of things through the Scentsy Club menu. They can get bricks, they can get their different Always Get My Bars. They can get their cleaning products. If you sell an air purifier, immediately you should have them sign up for Scentsy Club. Put that filter, the air filter, in their Scentsy Club. They're going to save 10% on it anyway, and it's going to come to them on an automatic basis, and they don't even have to think about ordering another one. So that's just, I'm kind of skipping around. If you see me look down, it's because I have notes. Otherwise, I'm going to veer off into left field somewhere. So I feel like I'm kind of skipping around on my notes a little bit, but I hope you guys are hanging with me here. So excuse me. Let's talk about some of the perks. So my favorite perk, as I was just telling you, is always get my bar. So as I was saying, when this was announced in Anaheim, I was like, this is going to be a game changer. I know this is going to be a game changer. And I immediately started texting my friends, because always get my bar. Who here has had what I like to call a Scentsy heartbreak? We've all experienced it. I don't care, I don't care if you've been a consultant for 5 minutes, at some point, you have had a Scentsy heartbreak at some point. For me, my love is Huckleberry Sage. So I always have to just have this and just remind her how much she means to me. Because Huckleberry Sage was one that came back every fall and winter season for the most part. And it was one that I just knew was going to come back the following fall and winter season, until she didn't. And I was devastated. And I will be totally honest with you, I thought there was a misprint in the catalog. I remember sitting on my living room floor and I'm looking through the catalog and I'm like, there has to be a misprint. I'm going through my testers and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, it has to be hidden in here somewhere, because it always comes back. And if I knew it wasn't coming back, then I would have bought it by the truckload. I'm not even joking you. So I was so sad in that moment. In that moment, we didn't have Scentsy Club back then. So it was that we had to buy it in bulk in order to get us through. We don't have to do that anymore. So I like to kind of refer back and share the Scentsy heartbreak with people, with your customers, because everyone can always relate. And then it can kind of become kind of I don't want to say a fun game, but kind of it's fun for me, kind of an I told you so kind of moment. Because I always tell them, don't let this be a Scentsy heartbreak. You can legit edit your club as much as you want to. If you decide you're getting something too much, or you fell out of love with it, or whatever the reason is, you can always remove it out of your club. So there's no strings attached. There's no fees or anything. You're just paying for the products themselves that are in there. So I always tell them, don't let this be a Scentsy heartbreak. And if it is, don't come crying to me because I warned you. I always tell them, I always do at the end of the month, there's always things that we're saying goodbye to. So I always tell them hey, don't let this be a Scentsy heartbreak. This is your warning. This is absolutely your warning. Plus, I'm obviously doing my follow-up and all of that. So they're getting several warnings from me. It's not just post and pray. That is the one thing I will tell you. Don't post and pray. You have to make these connections with people. I promise you, you're not bugging them. I talk about Scentsy all day, every day. Scentsy Club, excuse me. I talk about Scentsy Club all day, every day, ever since 2018. So I haven't really let up, and I'm still talking about it to people who have club, because it's a good reminder. I'll just ask them how are you liking club? How are you liking your bars? Are you making any changes? I kind of talk to them like a friend, because I am, but more hey, talk me through your edits, because I'm getting ready to go through and edit my club too. So that way it's we're doing it together. I'm not selling them anything. I'm actually not a very good salesperson. It's just, I like to share what it is that I love. And I am super, super passionate about Scentsy Club. So I just kind of I'll go through anytime my Scentsy Club comes, I'll do an unboxing in my VIP group. I'll share it. I'll say, hey, here's my bars and here's what's coming in. And some consultants will say, but why would I do that when my club is all made up of bars that they can't get anymore? Why? Because then they're going to see the value in that. They're going to say, oh my gosh, I wish I had Huckleberry Sage, or I wish I had Sweet Plum Pastry. I wish I would have had a chance to add it to my club. So then they're seeing value and you're excited about it. So even if you don't have a club right now, find something at some point when you're able to, even if it's one bar or a bulb or an air purifier filter, whatever it is, and get excited when your shipment comes and share it. Be like, oh my gosh, I'm getting my 1 bar of Huckleberry Sage. I wish my club was just 1 bar. It's massive. But and I share it. In fact, my clubs, I have all 3 frequencies, monthly, bi-monthly, and quarterly. It's syncing up. It's syncing up this month. It's actually today. I got charged today. That's fun. So it's all coming. So they're all coming. And so when it comes, my VIPs and my customers know that it's coming, and they know that all 3 have synced up. So guess what? They're excited. They're just as excited as I am, and it's my bars, not theirs. So they want to see it because they they get just as excited too. And then it reminds them about Scentsy Club. I think about Scentsy Club all day, every day, but my customers don't. So that's just a little reminder. Oh yeah, that's right. I wanted to add the Father's Day bars to my subscription. Or, oh, that's right, the bricks. Now that I've had a chance to try them, I want to go ahead and secure those as bars in my club now. So it's just a good little reminder. Anytime you are offering samples to people, any type of sample, any samples that you're handing out, when you are doing your follow-up, because if you're not following up with people who you're giving samples to, it's pointless. Like it's just a waste of time. So follow up with them, and with following up with them, offer Scentsy Club. Remind them about Scentsy Club. And keep it simple, you guys. That is the biggest thing I can say, is keep the conversation super simple. And it's going to look different, but depending on who you're talking to. So if you're talking to somebody about the samples and they, it's the brick samples, or it's the Sunshine State of Mind samples, whatever samples they are, talk to them, talk to your customers, see how they're liking everything, and then just let them know, hey, I know how much you're loving this. You've just told me how much you're loving this. Make sure that you secure it into your Scentsy Club to make sure you're always going to get your bars. So, and just, that's it. That's it. It's not, don't overcomplicate it. When you're talking about Scentsy Club, if you're word vomiting, people get intimidated. Don't make it sound like, don't be like, okay, hey, let me talk to you about Scentsy Club. When you have $30 in there, you get 10% off. When you have $60 in there, you get a half price item. Also, you'll save $2 on shipping, and da 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 da. You can get bricks, and you can always get my bar, and you can get cleaning. Da 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 da. It's too much. It's too much, and people will be like, whoa, like this sounds complicated. So just keep it simple and allow them to ask you the questions. So if they're like, oh, Scentsy Club, always, what is that? What's always get my bar? Or what is this Scentsy Club? Like just offer it to, hey, don't forget to add it to Scentsy Club. That way you can always get my bar. Oh, what's Scentsy Club? Oh, it's our subscription service for all of our consumable products. There's all kinds of perks if you want me to tell you more about it. But my favorite perk is always get my bar. And the sample you just tried, it's only available for a limited time while supplies last. But the thing with Scentsy Club is that they've got this always get my bar perk where you can put it in your club and it locks it in, and you can get it for as long as it's in your club, even after it retires. So allow them to ask for more questions, allow them to ask for more information. That way they're like, it piques their interest, and you're planting those seeds, and then it really gets them thinking the next time they try another scent or what have you, and then it gets them thinking more about it. So some little like indicators on who is a good fit for Scentsy. Well, everyone's a good fit for Scentsy Club. Let's be honest. But as far as who, like what are some indicators? Because you can't just go down your friends list and say, hey, you should sign up for Scentsy Club. Like, don't do that. Have that connection, and why? Why are they going to benefit from Scentsy Club? Why? So one of the indicators, this isn't necessarily going to be something it's a good starting point, but I'm thinking in terms of like the incentive and getting your over $50 club subscribers. If you have someone who's spending money on a regular basis, more specifically, if they're spending $30 or more on a regular basis every 1, 2, or 3 months, just simply ask them, say, hey, I know how much you're loving Scentsy, through your follow-up and everything, like, how are you liking these products? How are you liking your laundry products, your bars, whatever it is? Next time you want to place your order, it's $30 or more. Let me know if you want to save 10%. That's it. You're not even saying Scentsy Club. You're just saying, let me know if you want to save 10%. Well, yeah, I want to save 10%. How the heck do I do that? You know? So then it's like, okay, well, through Scentsy Club, yada, yada, yada. When you spend $30 or more, then you can save 10%. And I know you love the whiff box. You've been getting the whiff box every month. May as well save, 10%. Or if it's laundry products, I don't know about you, but like laundry products for me, it's always like, it's one of the things I just don't pay attention to. So it's so nice to have that too. If someone's like, if that's another indicator, if someone's coming to you on a regular basis and they're like, yeah, Lisa, I need my laundry stuff like yesterday. I just ran out of my washer whiffs or whatever it is. Hey, you should think about adding this to Scentsy Club because then it's on an auto ship program and you don't even have to worry about it. So look at those little indicators on who can benefit from Scentsy Club. There's all different people and types and who can save, but like really look at people who are spending on a regular basis. Hey, do you want to save 10%? And then they get them to that $60 price point and let them know, hey, while you're adding to your club, I just figured I'd let you know, because I know how much you love the whip box. You can actually get it for half price if you get to that $60 price point. And people are gonna be like, what? 15, or it's not $15 anymore. What, $17.50 or something? What, really? So look at those things. We just talked about the laundry and cleaning products, getting those on an auto ship basis, because that's always one of the things I always hear from people. They're like, oh my gosh, I ran out of my counter cleaner. Oh my gosh, I ran out of my all-purpose cleaner. Hey, sis, put it in your club. That way you don't even have to worry about it. People who are looking for shipping discounts, be like, hey, if you know you're going to get this on an ongoing basis, you can save a couple bucks because it's a flat rate of $8. For me, I'm like, whatever, shipping is shipping. Somebody's got to pay it, but some people really care. So you can just say, hey, if you want to save a couple bucks, add these things to your club and you're going to save a couple bucks. It's a flat $8 and you don't even have to think about ordering it, which is awesome. So we talked about the air purifier. Anytime you sell an air purifier, let them know about club, because then with your filter, your air purifier filter, they can automatically get that for 10% off and it's automatically coming to them. They don't even think about it. I'm just going to check the chat just super quick just to see if there's any questions. Yes, creates FOMO for sure. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so I just wanted to peek really super quickly. But like I said, if I wind up missing a question or anything, please feel free to reach out to me anytime. If you don't have Facebook, you can text me, you can email me. My cell phone number, 916-532-3357. I don't care who has it. You guys can text me, call me, what have you, or message me on Facebook, any of that stuff. Bricks. Let's talk about bricks. So bricks are another perk. So if you have people who are loving the spring bricks right now, they should be locking in these fragrances into their Scentsy Club for Always Get My Bar. It won't be the brick size, it'll be the bar size, but it will lock in their fragrances for Always Get My Bar. So amazing. But this is the perfect time because you're finding out which of your customers are loving bricks, just the overall size. It's amazing, right? So talk to them and let them know, hey, besides these spring bricks, you can unlock the whole slew of bricks that are available through Scentsy Club. So some of our best selling fragrances are available through Scentsy Club, which is amazing. And even some sea salt and avocado, not available anymore. Run those reports and see who purchased sea salt and avocado, which of your customers that you said, hey, don't let this be a Scentsy heartbreak, and it wound up being a Scentsy heartbreak. Let them know they can get this through Club. Sea salt and avocado, Luna, coconut lemongrass, Johnny Appleseed, Jammy Time. Yeah, go check it out. You got to check it out. Then run your reports for who has purchased those scents and those bricks, and let them know, hey, I know how much you love Luna. I know how much you love baked apple pie, this scent, this scent, this scent. I just wanted to let you know you can actually get it in a brick size through Scentsy Club. Just putting it out there. So that way, when you're doing your follow-up and stuff, that's a super great, great tool. I love bricks. I'm insane over bricks. So I love it. And so do my customers. So bricks are amazing. So some other great things about Club is the fact that it is recurring PRV. I think that's kind of what we were talking about when we opened up this little hangout sesh, is having the recurring PRV. This has been such an amazing thing for my business, and I know it can be for yours, because it's no matter if you have 1 subscriber or you have 100 subscribers to whatever it is, it's helping you reach your goals, because you're working for it, because you're working for them to sign up with Scentsy Club. But when it's recurring, when it's processing and shipping, you're not working for that. So then you can focus on other parties, you can focus on follow-up, you can focus on other things, and that PRV is still happening. So it makes your goals grow. I can tell you, it will make so whether that means, if your goal right now is like, you know what, I just want to stay active every month. Well, just having 1 subscriber and it's $50 or more, that's that much more you don't have to do to hit that goal, which is so, so important. And if that's, 500 PRV, 1 subscriber, 2 subscriber, 3 subscribers, that's going to help you get to that 500 PRV. And then what's going to start to happen is your goals are going to start growing. I can tell you, we're going to get into numbers now, but when Scentsy Club was announced, I remember thinking that I was like, oh man, like my immediate thought was, this is going to help me hit that 2,000 PRV every single month. Like, why do I say 2,000? 2,000's hard. Shoot, 100 PRV is hard, right? Like, no matter what it is, you have to work for it, right? But I was thinking, man, to have that monthly sales bonus every single month, that would be amazing for me and my family. Like, that would be so great. In what other company, in what other business can we give ourselves a pay raise, right? In dentistry, do you want to know what I got? I love sharing this because people are like, are you serious? I got 10 cents a year. I got 10 cents a year for my pay raise. I can now do 5% per month. So can you. Like, that's the thing at the beginning of every single month. I don't care what title you are. I don't care who your upline, downline, sideline is. We all start out at 0 PRV. So Scentsy Club is going to help you really maximize those goals. And I want it to. Like, once you start hitting those goals easier and you're like, oh man, yeah, Scentsy Club's really helping out this month. I had 3 subscriptions processed, and boom, it's in the bag. Okay, perfect. Now it's time for you to up that goal. Because now, because of Scentsy Club, my goals now, I want to do $1,000 a day. So you can do the math. I'm looking for $30,000 a month. So it's insane, but I couldn't do that without Scentsy Club. I could not do that without Scentsy Club. Last month, Scentsy Club processed, and overall I had 19,000 PRV just from Scentsy Club alone. And I'm still doing parties, and I'm still doing follow-up, and I'm still talking to people. I'm still signing up new clubbers because it's just going to grow. Because here's the thing, and you want to continue, once you hit your goal club subscriber amount, which once you hit that goal club subscriber amount, you need to up it. Once you hit that, you definitely want to up it, because your clubbers, you want to talk to them about joining. Now that's a whole separate conversation hangout, but like, that's another reason why Club is such a valuable tool in this business, because that really helps grow your team. You have people who are committed to getting their Scentsy Club, getting their Scentsy products every 1, 2, and 3 months. Heck yeah, they should be joining, right? But first we want to get them to sign up. First we want to get them to sign up for Club, right? So it really helps grow your goals. So yeah, once I was hitting the 2,000 PRV every month, I'm like, oh my gosh. And again, I started out with 1 subscriber just like everybody else. So I don't do anything super secret squirrel or anything like that. Like, I promise I'm sharing with you all the things that I'm doing. It's just, you got to talk to people. What's the statistic is, like, someone has to hear something like 7 times before it actually like sinks in, or someone has to see something that they think will benefit them. So maybe it's not the bricks. So maybe you're talking to them, they're like, oh, yeah, I'll okay, you know, I'm good with my spring bricks just as is. I'm good. Thanks though. Okay, great. Well, then maybe you want to talk about the whiff box at some point, you know, and then maybe at that point they're like, oh yeah, you know what? I did see the May whiff box. It's absolutely incredible. And yeah, I want to get it for half price because I want a good deal. So maybe that's going to be the thing that makes them, that catches their attention. So don't think that just because they told you no once, it's not no, it's not right now. It's not right now. It's just something isn't, it's not speaking to them right now. But it's okay. Because at some point it will. At some point, they're probably going to have a Scentsy heartbreak and they're going to come crying to you and they're going to say, oh my gosh, I cannot believe I didn't listen to you. You're like, I told you. And then he comes back to bring back my bar. And then guess who comes hanging around again? And they're like, oh my gosh, okay, let's get this done with Scentsy Club. So yeah, so don't, if they just tell you no, don't worry about that. It's just not right now. My real aha moment with Scentsy Club was it was in January 2019, and this is what I really want everyone to listen to, because I think a lot of times we hear Scentsy Club and like we're hearing these numbers and stuff, and people are like, okay, great, so I'm gonna make a ton of money off Scentsy Club. And it's not I mean, yes, it's about the money, but there's so much more to that. I'll always remember I gave my notice at the dental office. I was terrified because in my situation, my husband and I, we both needed our incomes. Like, it wasn't a situation where I didn't need to make money and we could still survive and pay our bills. That wasn't the situation. So quitting a job that I knew I could show up for, work my days, be done, and collect a paycheck, to saying, oh my gosh, I'm going to do this really scary thing and do Scentsy full time. That's really scary. It's really, really scary. So I gave my notice December 26, 2018. Yes, the day after Christmas. I gave my notice and said, I'm quitting in 2 weeks. And then it was December 31st of 2018. My dad passed away unexpectedly. He was not sick. We had no idea. And my world was turned upside down. And I will always remember thinking, how are we going to do this? It now went from, because my parents didn't have any savings. We now needed to figure out where my mom was going to live. She couldn't afford their apartment on her own. So it's like, okay, do I need to get her a different apartment? Is she going to move in with us? I needed to pay for my dad's services and all of this stuff. And so this now became the forefront, which it should. It absolutely should. But I wasn't thinking about Scentsy anymore. It was on the back burner because I had other priorities. But in January 2019, Scentsy Club still processed. And when Scentsy Club processed, I still was able to hit that 2000 PRV and still earn my monthly sales bonus when I needed to take care of my family. And that's what I want you guys to realize, is that life is going to happen. And we can't necessarily book all of the parties when life happens. We can't necessarily do all of the follow-up when life happens. And it doesn't have to be a sad situation. That was just my personal aha moment where I was like, oh my gosh, like this is huge. Because while I was already terrified for giving my notice, like I knew that we'd still be able to pay our bills and I was able to still take care of the things that I needed to take care of. So definitely like look at it from that standpoint, not like, am I going to earn this incentive, or, you know, how many subscribers am I going to get to sign up today, or for how much? Like, if it's just one subscriber, you're one step closer and it's going to help your business. I promise you. So let's see, I was going to say something else. Okay. So yeah, we've talked about how we're having the conversations. It also is in paper too. So every single thing that leaves my hands will have something Scentsy Club on it. So I'm talking about it in follow-up, and I'm also doing flyers as well. Let me see. I think I saw a question. When you decided to leave your full-time job, you had a team and club subscribers. I did. Yes, Karen, I did. So yes, I did have a team. Basically, when we made the decision to have me do this full time, what my husband had said to me, and I love a good challenge, and I like to challenge myself. Like I'm not, that's the one, another thing, because we're talking about numbers and stuff, like only challenge yourself. Don't look at what somebody next to you is doing or what your upline is doing, get motivation and inspiration from that, but challenge yourself. So see what you did last week, last year. That's what I do. I set my PRV goal in the workstation, which I absolutely love because I love the confetti drop. It's amazing. But I'll look at my year-to-date numbers. So I want to see what I did this month last year, and then I'm going to go in and up my PRV goal to have it be higher than it was last year. So like use that as a tool if you can, if you've been around for at least a month. If not, then just do better than you did the day before. Okay, so have the conversations and work on that. So my husband had said, listen, you're starting to bring in just as much with Scentsy as you are with your dental job. So if we can have you do Scentsy, like bring home just as much as the dental job with Scentsy consecutively for 12 months, then you can quit. And I'm like, challenge accepted. Absolutely. So I was like, I can do this full time. Like I was like ecstatic. I'm like, this cannot be real. And I did it. I absolutely did it. So, definitely challenge yourself. But yes, so I did have a team, and I did have Scentsy Club at the time when we were doing that. So that's going to look different for every single person. So, just if you can quit and do this full time, or even have this maybe drop down to part time with your regular 9-to-5 job and start to ease into this full time, whatever you're able to do, I definitely say, take the chance. Take the chance, because that's something my husband and I talk about all the time, is like, man, we wish we would have done this sooner. Like, just like go all in, do it scared. And you can do this. I absolutely believe in you. You can do this. Oh my gosh, Kirsten, she says, I just started my own club while you were talking. Now I can show people when it comes in. High five, high five, high five. I'm so proud of you. Yes. So show people when it comes in. Show people when it comes in. Say, oh my gosh, I just signed up for Scentsy Club. In fact, you know what? Tonight in your VIP group, I want you to say that. I want you to be like, oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so excited. I just signed up for Scentsy Club and this is what I'm getting. I'm going to unbox it with you guys when it comes in. I'm so excited. So share it. I am so proud of you. Way to go. Way to go. Okay, so besides the conversations, these are some of the things that go into all of the things. So every order that is placed, whether it is local or not local, they always get some form of happy mail from us. They'll get, a little send circle and thanks for your order and all of this stuff. They'll also get Scentsy Club. So I will, Teresa, Wendy, I'll send either of you guys my Canva links so that you guys can totally have access to this if you want it. Just make sure you're changing my info and change the QR code. Otherwise, I'm gonna get your clovers. And I want you guys to have the clovers. So okay. This is the Scentsy Club flyer. And here's the thing. This is where I absolutely love that my husband and I do this full time together now. It was kind of, I don't want to say rocky in the beginning, but it was hard to kind of figure out our separate places because he needed his own like job, right? And I have been doing this on my own for so many years that I was like, I don't feel like I should be telling you what to do, right? Well, he is the king of efficiency. So as soon as he came in, he was just like, it was almost on a daily basis. He was like, there has to be a more efficient way. Like there has to be a more efficient way. So I had a different Scentsy Club flyer, all of that to say, I had a different Scentsy Club flyer and I loved it. It was beautiful. It was colorful. It literally listed every single thing you could ever know about Scentsy Club. And Sean was like putting all of my stuff together and he was like, no one is reading this. He's like, I'm being honest, this is going in the trash. He's like, no one's reading. It's too much information. And I was just like, really? Do you think so? He's like, you tell me if you got something like this. Yes, it's pretty, but if you have to work, it's just like talking, like when we're having the club conversations and like, you don't want to word vomit. It's the same thing. Like you want it to look happy and colorful, but also very to the point. very to the point and easy to read. So I can't take any credit for this. This was all my husband. He made this. And so it's very simple and to the point. So it's easy as 1, 2, 3. Right. So fragrance on your schedule. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. Step 1, create a subscription and choose your products. Step 2, choose your shipping schedule. Step 3, take advantage of club exclusive perks. So that's it in a nutshell. Then, oh, you want to know what the perks are? Perfect. Right here. Ding, ding, ding. So perks. And then a little arrow right here. Always get my bar, 10% discount, get additional items, all of this stuff. So you'll see that. I'll share the link. You can totally make it your own. On the back, so easy peasy. I love QR codes. They're so dang easy. They don't even have to type anything in. They can literally just scan it with their phone and it takes them to club. So they can scan it, scan me to start your club. And then over here, Scentsy Club rewards and referrals program. So, oh, that's the other thing. I love referral programs. They are fantastic. And talking about Scentsy Club referral program, so I have my own. And then when I talk about the Scentsy Club referral program, I tell them they're like double dipping because I have my own personal one and that it can look a million different ways. I personally will do when my current customer refers a friend or family member who places an order, there's no minimum or maximum order. They just place an order. Each person, it used to be that they would get a free bar of their choice. We've upped it to a 3-pack of their choice at this point, but that can look a million different ways. And ours has looked a million different ways. It started out with just each person is going to get a sample or each person is going to get a scent circle or car bar. And then it was up to, okay, each person is going to get a scent of the month bar because I was getting the bars through the scent of the month kit, right? And then I upped it to whatever bar you want. And then now it's 3 bars. So you can make that look however way that's not going to break the bank, but have some sort of referral program because people love incentives. Like they love free stuff, no matter how big or small. So like I said, don't break the bank. If you're already making samples or whatever, you can say, oh, you get 3 samples when you refer somebody, each person, you know. So I let them know on top of my referral program, you can double dip with Scentsy's referral program. So you're still going to get the referral from me. Then their friend who signs up for Scentsy Club, I'm getting another clubber. They're getting the reward referral points and they're getting my referral program too. So they're double dipping. And so that goes over really well. And then this is just kind of breaking down the point system there. So I will share the link to this. Love, love, love it. If you are, if you're making any of these like LTO flyers, this one's another one. It's beautiful. My husband does an amazing job on Canva. I don't ever like mess around on Canva. He does great. So this is for the spring bricks, right? So anytime you're doing an LTO flyer of any sort, don't forget club. On the back here, don't forget to add to Scentsy Club. Always, always talk about it. Have it on as many flyers as you can. Just something, just a little tidbit there. Just don't forget to add to Scentsy Club. And when you're doing your follow-up and things like that with samples or just following up, how are you liking your bricks? Or how are you liking your club? Are you making any changes? I'm getting ready to make some changes. What changes are you making? Type thing. The big like conversation with like Scentsy Club edits for me is like at season end, because it's always like we never know what scents are going to come back the next year, right? The next season. So we are always like, okay, what bars are you cutting? What bars are you cutting from your club? What bars are you adding to your club? What's club worthy? You know, so talk to your friends just like that, like your friends. Like don't sell them anything. And that's where I really think having your own club is like gold, because then you're not selling something. You do have a club and you can say, hey, like I'm adding this to my club, or, oh my gosh, I ran out of my laundry stuff, immediately runs to computer, adds to club, you know? So just like talking like your friends, I think is super beneficial, because they don't feel like, oh my gosh, well, she's trying to sell me this now, or what have you. It's no, we're doing this together because I have a healthy club and I need some help, you know? So I think just talking about it in that way is super, super beneficial. So no matter If you have one subscriber, no matter if you're your only subscriber, high five, that's amazing. This is just the first start to get more subscribers, or you have 7 bajillion subscribers. This is such an amazing program and will really, really help you reach new limits in this business, reach new goals in this business. I really hope you guys see the value in it. So don't hesitate to have those conversations, simplify it. Pick out who it is, do that target marketing and see who it is that can benefit. Everyone can benefit, but what part of the program are your friends and your customers going to benefit from, right? And then recognize that and have the conversation and just say, oh my gosh, like, I really think you need to add this to club. Just keeping it simple. And some people will say, I know I've talked to a few people now like, oh yeah, but my friends don't like hearing the word subscription. So see what kind of reaction you're getting from your friends. And if they're, for whatever reason, like, oh, no, I don't do subscriptions. Okay, so call it something else. So say it's an auto ship program. Or I think it was on a United We Rise that she had said, she actually calls it just always get my bar, which I think is genius. So genius. So, yeah, if you don't want to call it club, call it always get my bar. However you need to word it to get that better reaction, just kind of learn from the conversations. But the only way you're going to learn is to have the conversations. So I hope that helps. I think that's basically, I could still talk your faces off for like 97 hours, but I'm not going to do that to you. So, but that's kind of in a nutshell, just what I do. Just make sure you're having the conversations, because if you're not having the conversations, they're not signing up, or they may be hearing about it from somebody else. And that's the worst. Like, you don't want to have, because a lot of my customers, they know other consultants too. So you always want to make sure that whether it's, oh, my cousin's coworker is doing a party and hey, I didn't know anything about club, so make sure you're the one that's delivering the information, because you want to be the it spot where they get all of their info, right? So I hope that helps. But if you have any questions whatsoever, please feel free to reach out to me anytime. Like I said, I don't know all the things, but I know it works for me for sure. So, and I hope it helps to really, like, don't overthink anything, please.
So to answer your question, this helps tremendously. I've been watching Wendy and she's like cheerleading in the background and taking notes, and hands are all over the place. All of us like in shock and awe. And so one of the things that I noticed really through this whole, you didn't call it a training, what you called it, what did you call it?
I'm calling it a hangout. I just feel like I don't feel entitled to be like training anybody. I don't know. I don't know.
And that's what this feels like.
Scary.
It really feels like a hangout, but one of the things that I noticed throughout this entire hangout is your passion. If I were not a Scentsy consultant, I would totally sign up for a club based off of your excitement, your energy, your passion, and I trust you. I actually just met you a couple of weeks ago over Messenger, but what I'm saying is from a customer standpoint, your delivery is amazing. I also took note that you have an amazing sidekick, your husband, that partners with you. And I think that is huge. And there's probably some out there, actually there was in the chat saying, well, I don't have a husband like him. I need to duplicate him. And the thing is, it could be a husband. It could be a neighbor that, might need work and could work for Scentsy bars, or, you could work up some type of agreement. It could be anyone, a mom, an aunt, a cousin, but you get to choose that. And you chose that, you and your husband as partners. And so I thought that was very impactful for your business and also for your club growth. Also, what I took note on is that you're very consistent. You didn't say, hey, everyone, on Mondays, I share Scentsy Club or auto ship or always get my bar. You said, I do this every day. So it has become a lifestyle in your business, not an option. And so I love that. You also communicate through follow-up, and that's one of the strong key elements that we always share with anything, is following up with our customers. And I love that you use your QR codes. Now, one of the questions of the hour that everyone is kind of asking is that some, even on this call, on this hangout, they don't have 300 customers, like even outside of club. And so now we know about Club. There's some that joined us tonight. They're like, I don't know what Scentsy Club is, but you explained that thoroughly. But now what we want to understand is the sheer volume of Club subscribers. We were told that you have over 360 Club subscribers, which is absolutely amazing. And like you said,
393 to be exact.
393.
And here's okay. And so I didn't think I was going to say this, but like, okay. And that's the other thing with my husband, like find yourself, it doesn't have to be a spouse. Find yourself a good accountability partner. Like you were saying, like someone who's really going to push you. My husband has always pushed me and it's awesome. And I will also say it hasn't always been that way. Let me tell you, my husband and I rarely fight. When I was first starting with Scentsy, that was all we fought about. So if you are having a spouse who is like, we don't need another dang warmer in the house, you say, shut your mouth. Yes, we do. And then you prove them wrong. and you say, listen, this is why we need this, so no, just, stay tuned, like just stay zoned in and you can totally do this. But that's something. So he's always pushed me. Like when I hit my first 10,000 PRV a month, he's like, okay, every time you do 10,000 PRV, we're going to go to our favorite Italian restaurant for dinner. And I'm like, done. What did I tell you guys? I'm one who like, you need to challenge me, like challenge me. Right. So I'm like, I love Italian food. So, okay, done. And then tonight we were actually talking and I've actually been hovering right around the 400 subscription mark. And he's like, are we ever going to break that 400? And I'm like, gosh, I know. And so like, we're over here like, gosh, you just want 400. Like, it sounds crazy. Like I realize how insane that sounds, but you have to push yourself. So if you're like, I just need that 5, like just keep pushing, keep pushing. So yes, the volume of it's a lot. Like, yeah, it's a lot. And it comes with talking about it. I do have a YouTube channel, so that does help. I'm talking about it a lot on there, as well as the referral program, like I was saying, and just asking people to share about it, share. If you know anybody that could benefit from Scentsy Club. In fact, one of my neighbors, we moved here last year, and one of my neighbors, she was like, oh my gosh, like I love Scentsy Club. And she will I did a party for her and she was like telling everybody at her party about Scentsy Club and why they needed to sign up. And so I'm like, girl, you need to sign up. But so, it's about like, find the value. And thank you so much for saying that you feel like you can like see my passion, because I do have a passion for this. I really, really do. So find that passion, whatever that is, through Scentsy Club, if you can, through Scentsy Club. What is it? Is it the bricks? Is it always get my bar? For me, it's always get my bar because of that Scentsy heartbreak moment that I was telling you about. So I'm always like, no, like add to club because I can always remove it later, right? So find, if it's, getting your favorite cleaning products on a regular basis, like find that passion, what really speaks to you, and share that.
Okay. And so as you were building your club, you mentioned that you have a YouTube channel. So anyone that wants more information, I've checked out your YouTube channel and it's very robust. And I'm sure you're getting customers that way as well. But when you look at your club population, if you could kind of maybe in a glance, what would your percentage be? Like, where are you getting your customers from between YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, parties? What does that population pool look like for you?
Yes. It's I would say it really is a good assortment, because so last month Scentsy Club made up about half. So I'd say club is probably about half of my business. But I'm still doing parties. I'll do regular like in-home parties. I'll also do what's called PO box parties for anyone who is not local to me. So I'll save the whiff boxes, like the actual whiff boxes. And I buy like 2 full sets of testers every single catalog season. And so over time, we get a lot of testers, right? So I'll go through and I'll pull the different testers that are still current, but from my old sets. So your aloe water and cucumber, blueberry cheesecake, those scents. And I'll pack them up and I'll throw in a bar of the scent of the month, catalogs, order forms, some pens with my information on it, just like kind of jack up the box a little bit. And they can keep all of that. So I get rid of testers because testers are your little employees. So like, don't keep them at your house collecting dust because they're not going to make you money that way. So box them up, ship them out. They can keep that box, and then they have testers that they can share with their friends and stuff. So, so yeah, in-home parties. I don't do a ton of like Facebook parties as much anymore. But the PO box parties are super great. And like I said, the in-home parties, and then through follow-up, I do shopping links as well. So I also have another card that'll say like, hey, if you think you're going to spend $200 or more, hit me up for a shopping link. So like over the course of a month. So that's a huge hit too, because people are like, it gets them thinking, and they're like, well, I know I want to spend, the new Beauty and the Beast warmer that already gets me like halfway there. So yeah, let's do a shopping link, so it gets them thinking about placing additional orders. We also have a birthday special. That's personal special, so you have to share that one-on-one, but we just offer free shipping on one order, non-club, one order in the month of their birthday. So maybe they weren't planning on buying anything, maybe they weren't, maybe they were, maybe they weren't. But a lot of times they'll be like, oh, heck yeah, I want free shipping. It's a tax write-off. So then that helps too. So just some other like little ways of like getting some PRV here and there.
And I know we're getting to the top of the hour, but you also mentioned follow-ups, and I think that's huge. Someone at home office was sharing how, they purchase from different consultants, and they said it's very rare that they get a follow-up thank you. And so it's good to see that you've implemented that practice in your business, that you are following up. As sweet as you are, I know that you also get no's. I know that you get rejection. So our question is, after your first, second, third, fourth, fifth no, how do you know when to circle back the sixth and seventh time? And when you do, is your approach different?
Usually, yeah. I mean, I try to have my approach be different every time. That way it doesn't sound like I'm just asking the same question over and over, because for me, that gets annoying. It's like, I already told you no, but maybe there's a different aspect of club that they'll benefit from. So and maybe this is the first time, maybe I've had 3, 4, 5 conversations with them about club, but now they just bought an air purifier from me. So then, hey, I know we've talked about club before, but I just figured I'd let you know, if you add a air purifier filter, you save 10%, you save $2 on shipping, and it just comes automatically.
Wow.
Again, simplicity.
Absolutely.
So just
it sounds like almost every interaction that you have, you're leading them to club, kind of like how we start with the join. You've also implemented club at the very beginning of your approach. Now, are there any tools that you use besides your husband to help support this club growth? Like, do you use certain applications like Project Broadcast? I know you use Canva, you mentioned that, but how do you keep all this together, as you mentioned, efficient?
Yeah. I don't use Project Broadcast. I tried it and I just couldn't get the hang of it for whatever reason. I think my husband's going to try it, but I couldn't get the hang of it. So really what we do is I just look through my order history, and I have an Excel spreadsheet on who I'm talking to, what we're talking about, and when. So that way I know, okay, I need to follow up with this person. I really miss the Amy app. That was an amazing app to say, hey, little nudge, you need to follow up with this person. So I'm doing that. Something else I get asked about a lot is how do you, because a lot of consultants will send specific like Scentsy Club happy mail to their clubbers, like specifically to their clubbers. They're like, how do you do that? So we're starting to do it yearly now. So in January, rather than monthly, but it used to be like monthly, you get, samples, or maybe that means that they're going to be your Scentsy clubbers will get samples of the upcoming collections, something like that. For us, we're doing it yearly now, just so that we can do it's hard to keep up with that many monthly, but yearly. So what we're doing is saving our party rewards and getting mini fan diffusers. And then at the beginning of the year, we'll send them out and say, hey, thank you so much for being a clubber in 2023. We really appreciate your support in our business. And then they need pods. So, so no matter what it is, like, even if it's just like a thank you card or a thank you email, I think somehow acknowledging the fact that they have subscribed to you is super important. Treat them like gold, really, truly.
Oh, that is awesome. All right, I'm going to toss it over to Wendy as we get ready to close this. Wendy, I see you're still cheering over there. You just need a set of purple pom-poms back there, girlfriend, with some glitter on it. But is there any other questions that we have for Lisa before we release her back to the club?
I just want to thank you for getting me excited about something again. Seriously, Lisa, I've never heard your story. I've never heard your Scentsy Club. And I'm committed to my home party Friday night. I am committed to taking that whiff box and turning it into 3 clubbers. Watch me. Yes, watch me. And I'm going to come back and tell you. Thank you for sharing your heart. Thank you for being so open and willing to share. We so appreciate you. I'm watching the thread of the chat, and you are just a beautiful person inside and out. I've already messaged you. Thank you, sweetheart.
Thank you.
I love you.
Love you.
I have to ditto all of that. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you. And if any of us can do anything to repay this favor for you, your team, please don't hesitate to ask us. But thank you so much. And I can't wait to watch your stories or however you share and celebrate when you reach 400.
Thank you. I know, right? Thank you. And thank you so much for your time. Your time is so valuable. So the fact that you just spent the last hour with me, like, it just, thank you so much.
Lisa, we almost reached 300. Isn't that insane?
I'm glad I didn't know that. I'm so glad I didn't know that.
On a Tuesday night. Yes, that's awesome. But it says a lot. We're hungry to learn about Club. And I just wanted to share this one last thing. And Lisa, I'm not sure if you knew about this or not, but this is one of the another reason why we wanted to have you on. But we were given an awesome statistic, which I had right in front of me, and I got a little excited as I was listening to you. But in the next 2 years, as we move into 2025, subscriptions in general, not Scentsy, but globally, are anticipated to increase by 68%. So whoever looks at these studies are anticipating right now, we have about 19 billion subscriptions, and Scentsy is just a portion of that. But clearly we're on top of it. But in the next 2 years, when we reach 2025, it's anticipated that we're going to have 450 billion subscribers. And that's whatever, beard clubs, shaving, dog, pup, bark boxes, the whole 9, makeup is very convenient for the consumer. And then it's amazing for us as the business owners because it's income, as you mentioned, that we don't even have to think about. So thank you for catapulting the way. Thank you for paving the way. Thank you for sharing your way so that way we can be part of that 450 billion with you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You have an amazing night. And you guys, call of action. I want everyone to go out there this month, everyone at minimum, find at least one Scentsy Club subscriber, get excited just like you booked a party, just as though you had a new team member, and make this a new component of your business. Scentsy Club is the way of the new generation, and we're all gonna pledge to be a part of that. So you guys have a great night. And Lisa, we'll see you all outside of Facebook. We'll see you at SFR.
Sounds great.
Yes.
Bye, you guys.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Good night, everyone.